Jones is going to love the tempo of this game. Full court pressure, driving lanes, the ability to get to the rim. I'm telling you, Beth, I can barely stay in my seat on this one.
Courtesy of Illinois' win over Pitt. It is already a 1-0 lead for the Big Ten in the challenge. The Buckeyes in town at 6-0. Louisville at 5-2. They are in their home whites tonight. And here is Hailey Van Lith to get things started, handing it off to Chrislyn Carr, one of the two transfers in the Louisville lineup after they lost 3 starters to graduation. And the steal. This is the MO for J.C. Sheldon at Ohio State. Steal, score.
Steal, score. You know, I love to say that, that's for sure. You know what, this is going to be all about attacking. Who's better off the bounce? Who can keep the ball in front? Who can make shots when the ball gets reversed? Both these teams are very aggressive, and there's another steal.
2 steals on the first 2 possessions of the game, a drive and a foul. Will get Cody McMahon to the free throw line, the freshman out of Centerville, Ohio. And the first foul on Morgan Jones. Here is the Buckeyes starting 5. They were the co-champions in the regular season in the Big Ten last year with Iowa. 25 wins and a trip to the Sweet 16 for Kevin McGuff.
Well, not only is Ohio State 3rd in the nation in scoring, they also have a very good defense, as we've seen in the first 2 possessions. You cannot have live ball turnovers. They're number 1 in the nation in forcing turnovers. They're forcing 30 turnovers a game. That's ridiculous, right?
19 steals, Debbie. Those are unheard of numbers early in the season. They'll throw on some pressure.
Well, some of that has to do with schedule. However, they did force 29 turnovers against Tennessee.
Olivia Cochran is looking forward to a big night tonight. She should have opportunities like that in the paint.
Pressure has to invite pressure. You have to be able to backdoor, ball fake, make the extra pass, handle it, not turn it over.
Well, Louisville gets a live ball turnover, and Morgan Jones, the easy lay-in, the former All-ACC defensive team member from her days at Florida State. Rebecca Mikulishikova. Offensive foul on the drive. This will go against the youngster McMahon.
This is a mishandle of the basketball and a dribble handoff. And you have to take advantage of opportunities right here. Morgan Jones gets an early bucket. That could be an early good sign for Louisville.
This is Mikasa Robinson bringing it up, a new addition to the lineup. They went with a quicker group tonight.
Well, I think you got to go small to match the speed of Ohio State, and you need an extra ball handler on the floor to go against their full court pressure.
Mikulashikova to McMahon.
Mikulashikova happens to lead the Buckeyes in scoring, even though I'm telling you, it's all about their guard play.
Yep. Senior from Slovakia at 6'4". And another steal. Jones again looking to go the distance for the lay-in.
She has great anticipation in the gap, leads with a proper hand down the line, gets a steal, and another layup for the Louisville Cardinals.
And another steal. This is Robinson. Blocked by Sheldon. And it'll roll out of bounds to Ohio State.
Watch the anticipation of Morgan Jones right here. She gets out into the passing lane. One pass away, denies, anticipates, bucket on the other end.
6 unanswered points here for Louisville.
Oh,
nice backdoor. Mikesel assisted by Rebecca.
Slice cut. Love it. Keep the ball in the middle third. Keeps you away from pressing and trapping teams, right?
Taylor was all Big Ten a year ago. In her 3rd school, started out at Maryland, then was at Oregon, and now with the Buckeyes.
So, Beth, when I say that Ohio State keeps the pressure on, it's not just their defense. It's the way they run the floor. It's the way they advance past the ball. It's keeping pressure on you with their offense.
Van Lith off the cross, and one! Around and down for Hailey.
It's a nice crossover, a little bump, but not enough contact to keep Hailey Van Lith from keeping her concentration on the bucket.
And she forces the quick substitution. Cody McMahon, the freshman, picks up her second foul. She's out. Ricky Harris comes on.
Now, Hailey Van Lith did not play in the last game. A little bit of a groin issue, but she's back and she feels great.
Averaging over 20 a game with a season high of 28 in their opener. We were here courtside for that against Cincinnati. Meitzel back to Sheldon. And the walk.
You know what, Beth, this is not a game I anticipate the shot clock becoming a factor, but if you can make the shot clock a factor, either team, Louisville would prefer a little bit of a slower tempo. Ohio State, 94 points a game, right?
Yep.
Now this trap right here, you got to move the ball. You get numbers on the backside, 3-on-2.
Jones attacks, and a pair of and ones early on here for Louisville.
See, this is exactly the kind of game to get Morgan Jones in the open floor to have potentially a big night. Off the double team, you throw the ball behind the trap, and then you look to advance pass up the floor. And Louisville did a nice job today working on their press offense, staying wide and looking to attack.
Jeff Walz looking on. A fourth trip to the Final Four last year. The Cardinals have played for the national championship on 2 occasions.
4 Final Fours, 2 title games. So close. I believe there's only 4 active coaches that have actually won a national championship still coaching in the game. Gino, Kim, Brenda, Dawn. Who am I missing?
I notice I'm getting ready for the Notre Dame game tomorrow against Maryland and Brenda.
I got Brenda.
You got Mulkey?
I got Kim. I got Coach
Tara,
Vanderveer.
Tara.
God, how could I forget
My
Coach
goodness,
Vanderveer?
Oh, you're going to hear about that the next time you're in Palo Alto.
The all-time leading scorer, all-time wins leader. She's probably not going to invite me over for lunch anymore.
Van Lith whistled for the walk. Turnover numbers are going to be high. That's just a given tonight.
Well, I love the strategy early by Jeff Walz to press, to put some pressure on Ohio State.
Rumor is teams that press don't like to be pressed themselves.
Well,
you buy that philosophy?
No, I don't,
All right.
because I like to be pressed, because I want to come to the ball so I can reverse it and attack. You got to welcome it, though. It's got to be a part of your attitude.
And you got to have the guard play, right?
Yeah, got to have. That's why we lean with the guards in this game, right? That's the story. At the end of the game, it's going to be whose guards play better.
Aaliyah Boston put up a good fight for the Bigs last year, National Player of the Year at South Carolina.
And she still is.
Yeah. They got a nice win yesterday against UCLA to stay unbeaten. Mikula Shikova with the bucket inside. South Carolina #1, Stanford #2, your last 2 national champs. UConn is making some early noise, jumping up to #3 this week. They already have 3 top 10 wins.
Yeah, that's where you got to be better with your left. When you go left, you got to be able to finish with your left.
Open floor foul on Cochran. It's a 12-5 lead for the Ville early.
I'm the captain of the Pee Wee football team. We may be small, but we are.
Off of that Final Four trip a year ago, as they celebrated their regional final win over Michigan. In that photo, 3 players, 3 key cogs, all moved on. And they added transfers Chrislyn Carr from Syracuse on your right, Morgan Jones from Florida State on your left. They are both already into the starting lineup. Got a big win against Texas down in Atlantis, but also a pair of losses. And Jeff Walz with that 21-game home court win streak, looking for a turnaround here tonight. The energy is already better here in the first quarter this evening, led by Morgan Jones with 7.
I don't think there's been a point in the season yet this year where Ohio State has more turnovers than baskets at any point in the game, and that's where they are right now. They've got 3 baskets, and they've got 5 turnovers.
Yeah, almost as many turnovers as shots through the first 5 minutes of action. And speaking of turnovers,
somebody was open in the front row.
That's now 5 turnovers for Louisville as well.
Well, we knew the game would be played at a very fast pace, and they accelerate through their actions, which is what I like. It's not just a north and south action, right? As Taylor Mikesell, inside pivot foot, knocks down the triple. It's the acceleration through their quarter-court offense that I like.
Here's Mikesell. She had 114 of these last season.
Dribble handoff, inside pivot foot, perfect footwork, and look how quickly she gets her feet down, her hips turned around, and ready to fire. 10 toes to the bucket right there.
So after a 6-love Louisville run, Ohio State responds with 7 in a row, and they'll look to build on that here. Madison Green now in running the point. Mikesell pulls up baseline, got it.
Yeah, Taylor Mikesell has worked on her conditioning. She's stronger, she's quicker, her release is better, and her shot-making ability is better. I mean, when you're an undersized guard, you gotta be crafty. She goes off the wrong foot, throws a floater up there. Right after she makes the 3, you come with a long closeout, she attacks the basket.
.24 combined points, 15 of those are off of turnovers for both sides.
You wonder about that ankle for J.C. Sheldon.
Came up a little slow. And the triple. This would be huge for Louisville moving forward if Peyton Verhulst can find her touch.
Well, you got to
slow out of the gate.
Yeah, but you got to know your role, right, Beth? And you can't lose confidence when you're a shooter. You got to find a way to see a big basket.
Big-time recruit last year out of DeSoto, Kansas. Mikulashikova may have gotten away with an extra step.
Got to get the ball in the middle, keep reversing it, then attack.
Van Lith off the bounce and the window. A whistle and a foul. This will go against the Buckeyes on the rebound.
Verhulst in transition, numbers, ready to shoot, lines it up outside the 3-point line, and then look at that lane open up because Louisville does such a good job of handling full court pressure. That's what I'm saying, Beth. Look how open the floor is. Look at the driving lanes. You get it to the middle, reverse it. Same set, same play. What Jeff Walz wants to do is not have to run any sets or any plays. He just wants his guys to ball, right? That's what he told them today. If you're a baller, you're going to love playing in this environment tonight.
Van Lith again, good off the bounce. She's got 5 points so far. A trip to the line coming. That's the first foul on Sheldon tonight.
Well, nobody works harder on their game than Hailey Van Lith.
Lefty at the line, knocks that one down as well.
I like those isolation plays with Mikulashikova in the middle of the floor right here because she can go off the bounce. She also has 3-point shooting ability. Right here, that spin right there. Look how wide open the lane is. See, I love that set. And Kevin McGuff knows that he can score in this matchup against Liz Dixon. You got shooters on the perimeter, so you have help taken away. You keep the ball in the middle third. She's already proven that she can score in this matchup. So you go right back to it. It's an excellent play call by Kevin McGuff at Ohio State.
Mikulashikova, 72% free throw shooter, rattles that one in and out. First foul on Liz Dixon.
Stretch the trap, reverse it.
Marissa Russell. Robinson finds the shooter. And Van Lith able to track down a loose ball. Dixon to the left hand for 2.
Really good post entry. Good hustle by Van Lith to keep that possession alive.
Green fouled on the drive. And she doth protest to decant her.
Look at the big shape up to the basketball by Dixon, and then the rip through. Makes a great play on balance to her offhand.
D working tonight with Joe Vasili, Paulani Spurlock Welsh, veteran officiating crew. And that one goes. The Buckeyes have hit 7 of their last 9 shots within 3. And a reach-in foul on Theory.
Taylor Mikesell is one of those shooters, Beth, that every time she gets her feet underneath her shoulders, you think it's going in. I mean, when she plays with balance, gets her hips squared around to the bucket, she's got a quick release. We've already seen her score from 3, off the bounce, and in the mid-range.
9 points for her. Van Lith to the line. Bonus time for Louisville in the final minute of the first quarter. First night of the ACC Big Ten Challenge. We've got 3 more head-to-head ranked matchups tomorrow. Carolina at Indiana, that's top 10. Maryland, Notre Dame, and NC State at Iowa.
All good games. Great matchups, but you know, this is the last year of the ACC Big Ten Challenge.
Yeah.
It'll be the ACC and the SEC going head-to-head from now on.
Big Ten trying to go out on top. They are looking to go up 2-0. Illinois a winner over Pitt tonight, and Purdue trying to put the finishing touches on Syracuse. On the shot clock. Carr comes to help out under 5. Russell's gonna have to jack. Good defense by Ohio State. But then the Cardinals get it right back. Mikasa Robinson with the hustle. And they're gonna get it back again with 10.2 to go. And Jeff Walls immediately says, Hailey Van Lith, get back on the court.
Well, this is Mikasa Robinson right here. This is the way she plays. This is why she's a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. She is all over the glass. She reads the rebound, and she's got incredible grit and determination to help make plays for her team. That's a winning play right there at the end of the quarter.
Chance for another bucket for Louisville. Trying to inbound. Robinson. Final seconds. Checks the clock. Off the bounce, the kick. Carr for 3 to beat the buzzer. And it won't go. 25-18, Louisville with the lead over Ohio State. When we come back, a closer look at the Buckeyes' biggest fan, Emmy Sheldon. There she is with Dwayne and Laura, her parents. Brother AJ no longer coming to the games because he's got games to play himself. Right. He's a freshman at Ohio U on the basketball team.
Backup point guard in Athens.
But Emmy's celebrity continues to grow, Debbie, around C-Bus. Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to see Emmy at the games. It's another for her to have an active part in inspiring the players before. She has her own little handshake with every player. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Cochran scores, and we've got an injury issue for the Buckeyes and Rebecca Mikuli-Lashikova, who immediately reached for her ankle and started lacing up her shoes again. They don't. Has a athletic trainer come out yet? No.
Yeah, in that dribble handoff twist action, she gets caught up Hey, look, she's a tough competitor, right? She doesn't want to come out of the game. She's going to shake it off.
Foul on the perimeter. Carr getting a little handsy.
Foul on the Cardinals, number 3, CC Carr, her first.
That will be her first. First quarter for Louisville. Van Lith with 9, Morgan Jones with 7, Taylor Mikesell with 9 to lead the way for the Buckeyes.
So with J.C. Sheldon back on the floor, Madison Green runs the point. Now Kevin McGuff has a bunch of sets that he can run for J.C. to get shots off the ball.
She comes up top to receive, number 4 in red. Trying to run her off some screens, and Van Lith gets a hand in the passing lane.
Well, if she doesn't have good ball pressure there, that's a layup for Sheldon.
Carr will stop and pop. In and out. Mikesell got poked in the face. She'll shake that off. Green with the cross and the step through to use the glass.
I tell you, how many times have we seen Ohio State score in the front of the rim with that great step through move? Good player development for the Buckeyes.
Both teams able to get inside off the bounce. Neither team smoking hot from downtown so far. Van Lith, mid-range, got it.
Look, she gets to the nail, forget about it. She's got a great mid-range game.
Now, of course, in the middle of that free throw line.
Every court in America has a nail at the free throw line, right in the middle.
Were you a free throw shooter, foot on the nail?
Yes, me too.
Jones breaking out the other way.
I still am.
Good indicator. Missed that layup. Carr wide open look. Got it.
So Louisville has done a really good job on the offensive glass. That has been a problem, defensive rebounding for Ohio State. 4 offensive rebounds. And when you offensive rebound, you can spot up outside the three-point line. Bucket for CC Carr. Ooh, the Buckeyes 23, and it's the defense. Here's a gift, Morgan Jones. Here's one that's earned, Morgan Jones. How about some grit, IQ, and a hustle play up the line? Mikasa Robinson. And then high hands, taking vision away, taking away the layup. All-out team defense by Louisville.
12 points off of 9 takeaways for the Cardinals. Hailey Van Lith leading the way with 11 points. Taylor Mikesell keeping things interesting for the Buckeyes. She's got a dozen. And a 3 in and out from Sheldon.
Oh, look at Morgan Jones. Can't match up in transition. Straight to the rim.
Gets her own miss, sticks it back up and in.
She rebounded, no outlet, eyes up the floor, and no one stopped the ball. I'm telling you, this kind of game, that's Morgan Jones. The floor opens up. She is seeing a big basket.
This is a rim-running fantasy type of situation tonight. A 7-0 run again for Louisville. Mikulashikova off the bounce, inside charge.
Watch the eyes of Morgan Jones. She is seeing the rim. She steps through and stays with it. Offensive rebounds after she defensive rebounds and initiates their break.
Second foul on Rebecca as Cochran stayed in to take the charge. Morgan almost to her average already, and the substitution for the Buckeyes, they will get really small now.
Yeah, so Theory goes to the 5 and will guard Olivia Cochran. And this is when Ohio State's looking to really crank it up on D.
If you still talk about positional basketball, this looks a lot like a 5-guard lineup right here for the Buckeyes. See if Louisville gets it inside to Olivia Cochran. You heard the fan behind me yelling, get it to O. That'll take the 3 instead.
I think he's all right with that option as well.
Run, and Sheldon will bring that to an end.
Yeah, the way both these teams can score, no lead is safe right here. I mean, it's a 12-point lead, but Ohio State has yet to get going on offense.
Yeah, shooting.
Look how quickly they look to attack.
11th turnover, matching their number of baskets.
You know, I'm surprised at the amount of turnovers that Ohio State has so much early in this game. I mean, Louisville's defense has been good, but they have gotten some gifts. And I think the speed, like trying to play fast all the time. You can't be in a hurry. That's a John Wooden thing. Play fast, don't be in a hurry.
Jones tries to wrap it around and does. Into double digits here in the first half for Morgan.
They are really, Ohio State, having trouble with that matchup with Morgan Jones.
This could be huge confidence booster for her. She struggled down in the islands on their last road trip. Good hustle to keep it alive for Taylor Theory. Mike Sell. Weak side Carr, and here comes the push. Oh, Cochran calling for it. The spin back to the middle. A little too hard. Jones back. And here come the Cardinals again.
Yeah, that's the matchup inside. You want to get her on a post-up.
Midway through the second quarter. 2-touchdown lead here for Louisville.
Nice flare screen.
Van Lith. That won't go. Is it too soon for a football reference for the fans back home in Ohio?
I don't think so. I hope you're not going to reference what I think you're going to reference, because OHIO is not going to be happy about it.
Sheldon. Some contact there, no whistle.
Morgan Jones all the way to the baseline and just takes what the defense gives. She's off the bounce. You got to play her with a cushion. You got to make her hit some outside shots. Everything she's scored has been at the rim tonight. And she looks fatigued. She's gasping for air. Mike Sell's going to run her off a couple screens right here.
Back out of bounds.
Good switch by Louisville.
Number 10 on the shot clock. Well, the foul is going to be called on Morgan Jones. That will be her second.
See, this is where fatigue comes into play for Morgan Jones, right? I mean, I think Ricky Jackson is in a dribble handoff to stationary, and Jones ran her over. I like the call.
Theory, count it. Second foul on Dixon, and a trip to the line coming up for Taylor.
See, this is where the small lineup, right, for Ohio State. Theory can score in the bounce and take it into the post and score. And this is the thing that Ohio State does so well. They accelerate through their actions. They cut hard. They got great spacing. All 5 players on the floor can go off the bounce. It's challenging to defend.
Robinson, Carr setting up on the wing, and now back up top. And a 3-second violation on Dixon.
Ohio State ball checking in for the Cardinals, number 44, Olivia Cochran, replaces number 22, Liz Dixon.
ACC Network this weekend. How about Duke and Carolina? The Blue Devils will take on Boston. The Tar Heels tumble from number 1 to 18 in the poll this week. They're taking on Virginia Tech Sunday afternoon. Couple good ones, good afternoon of hoops.
I'll tell you what, I like Mike White's team at Virginia Tech up there in Castle. They'll be ready to hunt the Tar Heels. Sean Badula, the point guard for Virginia Tech, is proven early on to be one of the more improved players in the league.
Cochran won't go. Got a women's triple header for you tomorrow starting at 5 o'clock. Northwestern Duke, Nebraska Virginia Tech, and Michigan Miami. 3 more games from the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Good relocation by Sheldon, and she knocks down the 3. Defender turned her head.
And that lead, all of a sudden, was 12, is back to 8. I'm always going possessions when you're looking at lead. So, you know, I'm thinking like 3 possessions here. Could it be 4?
Verhulst, nobody got a body on her. Back up to 10. Possessions make it a much smaller number, right?
It does. It does in your mind. Like defensively, can we get 3 stops in a row? You know, can get back in it. This is the same action they just ran for a 3.
Another good relocation.
Okay, so that's working. So Kevin McGuff is really doing a nice job of play calling in the first half.
Oh, these 2 coaches, good friends off the court. You know they love the chess match going on.
Jeff played at Northern Kentucky. Kevin played at St. Joseph's College, both D2 shooters. They played against each other. They claimed they guarded each other and let each other score on the other end.
Here come the Buckeyes, Debbie, and J.C. Sheldon.
I mean, it's a beautiful stroke. And then Madison Green, back-to-back triples from the same side of the floor. And look at Emmy. She's fired up. Keeping score over there on her sister.
Traveling violation called on Louisville.
I know the Buckeyes are happy to have Madison Green back after missing all of last year. She adds to their depth and helps them play at this pace.
Harris on the drive and a whistle, and is this on Van Lith? That's her second.
Hailey Van Lith, her second. Team 4.
And the 4th and purple, so the free throws will start next time for Ohio State.
So with 1:48 left, Jeff Walz, he trusts Hailey Van Lith not to pick up a 3rd. She knows she has 2.
All kinds of contact, weak side, and Jones reaches for her ankle as she hits the deck. And is that a foul on Morgan? And that's her 3rd. 3rd foul on Jones. So she will check out. Russell will come on. Noriko Kono enters. And Carr checks out.
So now you can have Van Lith or Mikasa Robinson run the point. Expect full court pressure right here. Jeff Walz gets Kono on the floor as another ball handler.
(41-35) and more full court pressure. Russell off the bounce, drops it off for Cochran. Nice pass.
I'm really doing a good job of attacking on the backside of the press all first half.
Mikesell. That one won't fall, and here comes Robinson. Off the bounce again, pulls up at the nail and drops it.
Mikasa getting extra shots up today.
She told you she wants to be a shooter now.
She told us she's being more offensive minded. Instead of Jeff saying swing, swing, he's saying shoot, shoot.
Final minute of the half. It's back up to double digits for Louisville. The pick and the roll, the spin, and it goes. Mikulashikova with another bucket. She's got 8.
Got to get it over.
Well, I think Jeff Wallace was sensing the time as well and calls the timeout.
So you got 1 second to get the ball over. You don't reset the 10-second count.
Back for the final 34 seconds in a moment.
I was a fool to let you.
Moments of this first half. Russell with the catch, stripped loose. Louisville will keep it.
Well, they did a good job of getting it across midcourt and recognizing time and score.
About 13 seconds the difference, shot and game clock. Steps out, 5 on the shot clock. Spins inside, ducks back to the right, and it won't go. Scraps for the rebound. Mikulashikova comes out with it. Final 10 seconds of the half for Ohio State. Harris leaves it. Rebecca doesn't get the bounce. Robinson with a heave. Good if it goes off the front of the rim. 45-37 at the half. Louisville over Ohio State. Van Lith with 14, Jones with 11 to lead the way for the Cardinals. Let's get you back to Drew, Kelly, and Muffet in the studio. Forget about it. 40 wins in a row for Louisville. Ohio State looking to change that in the second half tonight in our ACC Big Ten Challenge. This is the first of 4 head-to-head matchups between ranked opponents. 3 more coming at you tomorrow night. 2-0 right now. The Big Ten up on the ACC as Louisville scores the first bucket of the half.
After going 1 for 6, Chrislyn Carr knocks down the first basket.
Madison Green will open up the second half at the point, and an offensive foul trying to set the screen. Mikulashikova. Nope, they're going to call that on Taylor Theory, which will be her 3rd.
Well, the one thing about Kevin McGuff's team this year at Ohio State is they are deeper, and you can never have enough guards in college basketball. Okay, so he can play small against Louisville because Louisville very rarely plays big. I mean, when you put Mikasa Robinson at the 4, that's where she is right now. She's 5'8", playing the 4.
Jones circles back inside, drops it off for Cochran. They swing it all the way around to Carr for 3. Everybody gets a touch.
Rhythm. You love the swing, swing bucket.
Mike Sell. Green, good change of direction, gets to the baseline, follows up her own miss, blocked out of bounds by Robinson.
This is when you know you're playing as a team. You go from a good pass to a better shot, and you knock it down. Just nice job of going inside out and moving the ball to the other side of the floor.
Green steps back on for 3. Hard off the iron. Jones head up looking for Van Lith, and Green gets there first. Live ball turnover for the Buckeyes. They like those. Theory finishes at the other end. Jones gets into the lane. That won't go. Buckeyes come away with it.
Numbers.
3-on-2. Shooters with Green. Waited a little too long to kick it.
Good job by Louisville to get back and set their D.
And the turnover, With the extra step, missed opportunity there for Ohio State. That's out of bounds off of Hailey Van Lith. As Debbie prophesized in the first half, the shot clock has not been an issue to date.
Nope.
Here tonight.
But I think by the time we get to the fourth quarter, I think it will.
Possession or two, maybe?
Yes, it will. That's a reach in, and you got to be smart enough not to do that. See, Chrislyn Carr picked up a foul earlier in the first half by not moving her feet. Now she picks up a foul reaching.
Way too far away from the bucket. That's her second.
I know she was taught better than that. She played for Marlene Stallings at Texas Tech. She was Big 12 Freshman of the Year back then.
Mikulashikova, nice spin to the rim. How about the foot quickness there on a bum ankle? Got nicked up in the first half. Morgan Jones caught from behind and stripped. Theory's got it.
See, this is the Buckeyes game right here. This is how they've led the nation in turnover margin.
Green fouled on the drive by Robinson.
It's attack, attack, attack. That's the mindset. 94 feet, 50. That's how wide the court is. 94 feet is the length.
Green to the line. The junior from Pickerington, Ohio, is not particularly good right now at this craft. Got to put in some extra time at the line. Just a 40% free throw shooter. She's picked up the minutes with Sheldon out the last two games. And now JC returning tonight. Season high 17 in their win against Wright State. 16 with 9 assists. Almost had a double-double against Boston College, as they've started out the year 6-0. And their best ranking in 12 seasons. They come in at number 4 in the country. And they'll get a held ball, and they'll take it with the possession arrow. That's three in a row.
And you know what? That's 3 turnovers in 3 minutes for Louisville. So listen to this, Beth. Ohio State has turned the ball over. As you see right here, the jump ball get tied up. Listen to this right here.
Gotcha.
Ohio State forced 29 turnovers against Tennessee. Then the next game, 36. Then 33, 38,
wow.
23, 20. 30 turnovers a game is what they force on the average. Look at that nice fake.
Mikulashikova lays it in. And it's down from 14 to just a 5-point Louisville advantage on an 8-0 run and a bump from Green.
This is a tremendous fake right here. Fake the handoff. Cochran jumps. You're supposed to stay between your player and the basket.
Solid showing from Rebecca. She now matches Mikesell with 12 points to lead the way for the Buckeyes. Russell to Van Lith. Off the ball fake, goes to the left. Mikulashikova has it. Anxiety rising at the KFC Yum Center as the lead dwindles. Even more on the Mikesell triple. It's an 11-0 run and a 1-possession game. And it's going to be a foul on Louisville.
Look at the ball movement by the Buckeyes. Mikesell stretched to the corner. They can flat out shoot it.
And they can flat out take a lead or tie it up when we come back.
Fire, in theory, she's been really good on the inside, and Rebecca Mikulashikova has been outstanding in the paint. This is a nice piece of execution on an out-of-bounds play. And then the extra pass, and when Mikesell gets her feet set, she's only made that shot 1 billion times.
11-0 run, thanks to 5 takeaways for the Buckeye defense. And they once trailed by 14. Their only lead of the game was 1-0. a long, long time ago. And a chance to take it back here. Offensive foul.
That was a really good job defensively on the scout, the preparation, and then understanding to beat her to the baseline. Watch Hailey Van Lith move her feet. You see a little push off by Mike Sell to create some space right in front of the official.
Well, they got to hurry to get it across midcourt. Van Lith, and now they got numbers. Drops it off, right side and one.
See,
Nyla Harris, the freshman.
Sorry, Beth. Nikolashikova's got to stay away from that right there. She's already beat. You've got to be smarter defensively. You're not going to get that.
That's her third.
Better defensive discipline.
Out of Windermere, Florida, the 8th ranked forward in this year's class, according to Hoop Girls.
Numbers.
Green running with Sheldon, lays it up and in. 2-point game. And that's a turnover.
You got to have confidence with the basketball, all right? You can't run away from handling the ball against pressure.
Are they spooked a bit by the pressure right now?
I feel like Kono's got to play a lot stronger with the basketball.
Nikolashikova has the mismatch, spins to the left, and Ohio State has tied it up. Coming all the way back from a 14-point deficit. Robinson. And again, it's Harris with the layup.
That's why you got to attack the pressure. You can't be tentative in the middle of the floor. You've got to get it and look to reverse it and go. They've had numbers and layups on the backside.
Back to Sheldon, thought about it. 5 on the shot clock, tough pass, and the turnover. Well, as a part of V-Week that's going on right now, a terrific story coming up. Brady Walls, Jeff Walls' nephew.
You definitely do not need to go to business school to become more successful.
Without any research, there is no cure. So the funding is vital just to help kids in the future, and you never know. It could be someone in the future that you know or that you love. So helping now, giving now is only going to help in the future, and that's all we can work towards right now.
And there is Brady over on the Louisville bench. Big part of the Cardinals program, and Uncle Jeff.
Well, there are 18 million cancer survivors living in our country today, and by 2030 they expect to be 22.1 million cancer survivors. So the research is vital. Please donate if you can.
One of those is courtside, Debbie, in the Ohio State radio play-by-play guy, Matt Andrews, who actually used to work here at Louisville and was instrumental in helping Brady Walls get through his treatment 8 years ago. So as Van Lith drops the bucket, it was a nice moment for those two to reunite pregame this evening. Matt got a lot of help from his brother Rob, who was instrumental in keeping his spirits up through all that several years ago. Ohio State keeps the possession. Green hits the triple. By the way, it is V-Week at ESPN, Debbie, and when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research, it is game-changing research that helps save lives, and you can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. And there is Matt Andrews on the call courtside for Ohio State. Calling a good one tonight. It was once a 14-point advantage for Louisville. It is a one-possession game. The Buckeyes come roaring back, trying to keep their undefeated season intact and trying to end a 40-game home non-conference win streak here for Louisville.
Well, I think they've hit a little bit of a bump in the road right here. Let's see how they handle it, right? Because now it's a one-possession game, and Ohio State seems to have gained some momentum. But when you play in big games like Hailey Van Lith has played in, and like Olivia Cochran have played in, Mikasa Robinson, all players last year in the Final Four, you understand what it takes to make winning plays to finish off a game.
And this is already their 6th opponent in 7 games. It was a team that was in the NCAA tournament a year ago.
Jeff Walls, Bart Brooks at Belmont, Jose Fernandez at South Florida, all of them are those are just 3 that have played very challenging non-conference schedules.
Buckeyes get the lay-in to make it a 1-point game. Final 3.5 minutes, third quarter. Cochran faces up to the paint, bumped.
Taylor Theory has had a very good second half here. She has been aggressive, taking advantage of...
Ooh, that should have been an and
Yes, it should have been a foul. Taking advantage of her quickness off the bounce.
Unfortunately for Theory, she just committed her 4th personal foul, so she departs.
Well, like I said earlier, you can't have enough guards, right? And that's the one thing that Ohio State has in very good supply.
Olivia Cochran, 59% on the season from the line. First. Louisville is 8 of 9 so far. I guess 1 or 2. Sheldon rebounds. And again, the Buckeyes can tie it or grab the lead. Haven't been on top since it was 1-0. Mikolashikova, the advantage inside, doesn't get the roll. Cochran, aggressive inside, that won't go. Mike Sell looking for the lead, fouled on the shot, and she'll head to the line for 3 shots.
We watch Taylor Mikesell exit cut and sprint into this action right here and gets her feet set. That's Russell with the foul. She got her down below, didn't give her space to come down. This should be like automatic for Taylor Mikesell.
She's now, well, she was 12 of 13 coming into the game. And how about this for the Buckeyes? A chance to take the lead here with 2:51 to go in the third. Where they take it away. Green, Mikesell, missed it. Harris boards, Taylor another chance, and she's got it. And the Buckeyes are back on top. First lead since the first minute of the ball game.
Possession right here.
Robinson loses it.
See, too much dribbling.
Two minutes to go in the quarter.
What a game, huh? This is great. We're still in November.
Still November. Sheldon switches direction. J.C. Sheldon rejected by Russell. 7 on the shot clock.
This is great help from the weak side. See, Sheldon's got to take that up with 2 hands, draw the contact, and get to the line. Turnover Buckeyes. Tell you what, Mikolashikova is quicker. She's more mobile. She's more durable. She's dropped some weight. She's tighter. And she's been leading the Buckeyes in scoring all season to this point.
Picked to finish second in the league behind Iowa this year.
Well, I saw a pretty good Michigan team this week down at the Gulf Coast Showcase. Leah Brown at the point. There's a lot of size on Michigan. Emily Kaiser on the inside. What a terrific tournament she had to be MVP.
Iowa's got Iowa State middle of next week. Tomorrow night they host North Carolina State. Should be another good one.
Yeah, you know where we get to go next week.
Harris got it, and a foul.
You get the defense trailing on their heels. Nobody stops the ball. You don't see two hips, two shoulders in front of you. You take it to the bucket. It's exactly what Ricky Harris did. Remember, this is an Ohio State team that pretty much is the core team that played last year in the Sweet 16 and lost to Texas by a possession, 66-63, out in Spokane. This is an experienced team.
Cochran, triple teamed. Robinson left alone, hits it. Sheldon hangs and hits.
I think it can go for the last shot here, Beth, even though there's like a 2-second differential.
Van Lith attacks instead. Weak side, Cochran is fouled by Harris.
See, I'm wondering if Van Lith had a recognition on the clock on that, because I would have rather had the last shot than to go to the line and now give Ohio State another possession.
At the line for the Cardinals, number 44, Olivia Cochran will shoot 2.
Cochran hits the first. Who do you like on this possession down the other end here for the Buckeyes?
I like Mikolashikova. I like them going inside. If they don't have a driving opportunity, go inside to Mikolashikova.
Cochran gets both. Shot clock's off. McGuff clearing out that side. He wants the high ball screen here. Mikolashikova will duck away from it, and Green loses the handle. Cochran will try and beat the buzzer, and does not. 65-63, Buckeyes over Louisville as we head to the fourth.
Jimmy.
And for Louisville, what's at stake? A 21-game home win streak. That's a school record. 40 in a row when you're just talking about non-conference foes coming to town. Carr. Tough shot. Sheldon had it. Down on the deck, Green. That's what those knee pads are for. Timeout, Ohio State.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And we'll take the break as well. 2-point ball game early in the fourth.
I'm the captain of the Pee Wee football team. We may be small, but we are.
How many GoPros did you have on?
I had a GoPro, I had my own camera, had a film.
Jeez.
my intern on the bottom of the slide was taking some shots, and Kevin McGuff says, how am I going to compete with the fun coach? I don't have a slide at my facility.
Got to get a slide.
I said, hey, Gene Smith, are you listening? Kevin McGuff needs a slide in the practice facility. I'm sure Chris Holtman wouldn't mind having one also.
Yes.
It was really fun, and it was fast, and I did land on my feet.
It was all downhill, which is not a social commentary on Debbie's career since she got into the Hall of Fame last year, folks. Congratulations, by the way, to the new class.
Absolutely.
That was just announced this past week, including one of our cohorts, Carolyn Peck, getting into the Women's Basketball Hall in the spring.
Lisa Mattingly,
the referee.
Lindsay Whalen, the head coach at Minnesota.
Kathy Boswell, former player and Olympian, and Donna Lopiano, fabulous administrator.
Yeah, special congrats to Carolyn Peck, who's going in as a coach. She won that national championship in 1999 at Purdue.
Still the only one for the Big Ten. Yeah. Morgan Jones. First we've called her name in a while. Let's see if she can make a big difference here in the fourth.
Let's see if she can keep the ball out of Taylor Meixell's hands on this end of the floor.
Robinson may have gotten a piece of that, and then Harris takes it away. Green gets the basket, and Robinson stays down.
Ricky Harris. Now that's a player that understands her role coming off the bench. This is a great hustle play. See Madison Green with a take, and then Harris with just a heads up. Gets the steal and the bucket.
By the way, after the Big Ten went up 2-0 in the challenge, the ACC has won back-to-back games, BC and Virginia. So the challenge now even at 2 apiece.
How about Virginia undefeated? Coach Mox is doing a heck of a job. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be undefeated going into play Duke and Cameron in December 21st.
And one opportunity. Mikulashikova continues to have a big night, and that is the third foul on Van Lith.
Watch Olivia Cochran jump on the fake handoff. She's anticipating. That's the second time that Mikulashikova has been able to fake that handoff and whip around and score.
8 of 11 shooting. She now has 17 points. She and Meixell and Sheldon and Green, all double-digit scorers tonight. And what was once a 14-point deficit is now a 5-point advantage.
Didn't have a good possession last time down. Louisville needs to have one here.
Van Lith off the cross, short.
Yeah, it's a contested tough 2.
Sheldon leaks and scores.
Leads to a long rebound and an easy bucket up the other end. Good timeout right here by Jeff Walls.
(72-65) Buckeyes.
Ohio State and J.C. Sheldon leaks out. You can't let your shot selection lead to transition opportunities for the other team.
Ohio State looking for a 7-0 start and looking to be the Streak Busters here in Louisville tonight. And for Kevin McGuff's club, well, we've talked about it, their best ranking all the way up to number 4 in 12 years.
You know, this is the 30th anniversary from 1993 of Kevin McGuff, well, Ohio State under Nancy Darsh going to the Final Four. Yeah. That was when Katie Smith was a freshman.
She's roaming around. We saw her here tonight.
She was hanging out with us at Shoot Around today.
Carr tries to switch directions, and Meixell held her up.
Foul on the Buckeyes, number 24.
That'll be the third on Taylor.
You know, when you get to hang around with you, Beth, that's fine. But when you get to hang
just
around
okay.
with Katie Smith,
That's something.
okay, the All-American, the 3-time Olympic gold medalist, Naismith Hall of Famer, you go way down the list.
I was transparent at that juncture. Always good to see her. Robinson goes to the left. Strong on the glass for Louisville to get another chance. And now the Buckeyes come out with it. It's one of those moments you just feel this could be a huge springboard for the Buckeyes moving forward. They actually are into Big Ten play next as Sheldon nails the 3.
4 triples in the first half. They've got 3 here in the second. And there's a travel by Robinson. See, I think Louisville, maybe because of fatigue, is not closing out. They're not getting to their spots defensively. Offensively, they are not focused and getting good execution on the other end. And Ohio State's making them pay.
Yeah, it's a 10-0 run right now for the Buckeyes.
Now, J.C. Sheldon and Taylor Mikesell are conditioned to play 40 minutes. This is a team that Kevin McGuff has built on speed and conditioning. And you see there, that's a late closeout. Commit a foul beyond the arc. 3 free throws for Ricky Harris. See, this is right here where Louisville's got to come together. Like, you got to have leadership on the floor.
Yep.
Okay? These are times when I think that they miss Emily Ensler. You know, somebody who can get a stop, somebody who can get you a bucket, somebody who's not going to take any crap off of anybody, right? Bring people together.
There's no communication right now, Debbie, from that side.
Well, body language has shifted.
Harris hits the first. Ricky, the junior out of Indianapolis.
Now, expect full court pressure and look to attack it. There's Coach McGuff with his play calling sheet. And he's got a lot of them because he shared it with us today. It's like situational offense.
Both coaches talked today about situational. And there's a steal and a score for Mikesell. What a turnaround in the second half for the Buckeyes. Reach-in foul called.
You know, I'm watching J.C. Sheldon, and, you know, she's not quite 100% with that ankle, but she certainly is trying to play, you know, back into her rhythm. But this is a 14-point lead for the Buckeyes. Yeah. What a swing. And it's their three-point shooting. It's their defense.
It was a tie game, a 14-0 run. It'll stay at this end.
And see, and this is where you can't get it all back at once, right? So you've got to move the ball, execute, do the things that you did to get you the lead in the beginning.
Look at the scoring difference. Outscored by 8 in the first half, and now outscoring Louisville by 20 in the second. Harris comes all the way back out to the perimeter. Carr will try and hit the 3. Boy, it would really help, too, if they could get the crowd back into it.
Yeah, they got to get a stop right here. Okay, so you go by my math before. Now you go 4 possessions, right? There's a slip. There's 1 stop.
Jones, coast to coast, in and out. Robinson gets him another possession.
The crowd's trying.
They're waiting, they're ready. Timeout call by Jeff Walls. I think he knows the value now, Debbie, of every possession here with 5.5 to go.
Well, you like to think that you can score on 80% of your out-of-bounds plays under the basket, right? But calling a timeout now and getting the ATO, now Jeff Walls is drawing not just what he wants here, but what they're going to do defensively and then what they're going to do the next offensive possession. Because if you can score here, get a stop and score again, now you got it back to a workable margin.
Ohio State shooting 64% from the floor here in the second half.
Remember at halftime we talked about the threes. They made 4 threes in the first half, and the 3 ball was going to be a factor for them in the second.
On the season, they average 8.5 made threes.
Well, they share it, they skip it, they swing it, they play inside out, or they just drive you back and pull it back and stick it. A lot of different ways to make the threes here in the second half.
Hard to take them off their game. I mean, they're on pace to hit 90 again. They average 94 a game.
Well, they don't let up now. I mean, that's the one thing about playing this style and this tempo, which is new for Kevin McGuff. They weren't able to play this fast last year. They didn't have the depth. Getting Madison Green back is a big piece of that, because now you got another guard that can press and run and score and shoot and distribute the basketball. And like I said, you can't have enough guards in college basketball.
Well, her 12 points tonight could be the difference here. 17 for Mikulina Shakova, 16 for Sheldon, 21 for Mikesel.
And here's the other thing too, Beth. When the ball's going into the post here in the second half, they are digging and doubling. So they have made an adjustment defensively. You run the same play again.
They have held Louisville to just 35% shooting in this second half. They do not get the bucket out of the timeout. Shakova spins, got it.
She has been so solid. Her back to the basket play. 19 points on 13 field goal attempts.
Oh, and she has won the matchup inside. Theory, Mikesel, good run and finish for Ohio State. And now they're pouring it on.
They are running the floor hard and wide. Theory doing a nice job of dropping it off. That's just Ohio State beating Louisville down the floor.
And then Theory commits the foul, and that is her 5th, so she is out. Time of the essence for Louisville. Carr hits the three.
She's been good in the second half scoring the basketball. She was 1 for 6, Carr, in the first half.
Going right back at you for Ohio State. Just no let up. Van Lith in traffic. Thought about the three, steps inside the line. She's got 18.
Little run and jump in the backcourt by Jeff Walls.
Quick shot.
Yeah, not the right shot.
And quickly the other way.
See, again, I said that about Louisville. You can't let your, as Olivia Cochran draws a foul, you can't let your shot selection allow the other team to get a run out.
Could be a big swing right here for Louisville. Green commits her 3rd.
Jones with the uncontested layup, and then watch Cochran draw the foul.
Remainder of the quarter, the Cardinals will shoot the bonus.
Cochran taken away by Green. Missed opportunity for Louisville. Green looks to take it in and scores. Aggressive to the rim all night long for the Buckeyes.
You've got to love the mindset. And this is why we knew this game was going to be high scoring and fun. Because Ohio State can flat out put it in a basket. And they can do it from 5 different positions on the floor with depth. They're relentless. When you have a team that runs the floor hard, okay, and shares the basketball, and you have 5 players that can score. It's hard to guard them, especially they play unselfishly.
They have forced 21 turnovers. That's a season high for Louisville.
Well, Beth, on the season, 62% of their baskets are assisted.
Yeah.
It's a really good number.
Final 3 minutes.
Too much one-on-one.
Yeah, that's what it's turned into here down the stretch. Mikulashikova running the floor.
That's just a hard foul. They're going to take a look at it, but
yep.
I don't think there's anything there. It was a play on the ball. Unless they're going to get her for taunting after. This is just a play on the ball. Well, it looks like she might have said something.
She gets ball and then she gets arm. So definitely a foul.
I don't see anything extra there. I don't think this will take long. It's a play on the ball.
Unfortunately for Rebecca, it bounced off the stanchion and hit her back in the noggin. Got it right. So 2 free throws coming up for the Buckeyes.
Now on the Cardinals, number 44, Olivia Cochran with her second and the team's fourth.
Massive second half to change the course of events this evening for Ohio State.
At the line for the Buckeyes, number 23, Rebecca Mikulashikova will shoot 2.
Ohio State had 37 points in the first half. They've scored 51 here in the second so far.
20 points now for Rebecca, 3 short of her career high, 2 short of her career high. Outstanding performance for her tonight. Verhulst. Plenty for Louisville to take away from this one. Could be their 3rd loss here in the last 5 games. Mike Sell, got it.
Not matching up. Missing Mike Sell, losing her on the backside. I'm going to say fatigue had something to do with it, Beth. There's some fatigue factor here in the second half.
And the takeaway. Conditioning not an issue for Ohio State tonight. And there they are, hitting 94 with 2 minutes to go.
Well, when we spoke to Kevin McGuff today, he talked about the win against Tennessee, and then coming in here and getting another signature win would be big on the resume. He knew it. It's got to validate his style. I mean, he and Jeff are buddies. They talk on the phone a lot, and you know, I know if Kevin McGuff calls Jeff and he's in the middle of practice, Jeff will answer it, and vice versa. I mean, that's how tight they are. And so, you know, Kevin McGuff, the one thing about playing in the non-conference and playing against high-caliber quality opponents is you know you're going to be getting a game plan that you're going to get to execute against.
Yeah.
And with Ohio State next, they're going to Rutgers, and that's going to be C. Vivian Stringer Day. I mean, they're going to dedicate the court at the rack to head coach Vivian Stringer, who retired this offseason, Coquise Washington, who Kevin McGuff worked with at Ohio State. I mean, excuse me, at Notre Dame for Muffin McGraw.
Harris replaces number 44, Olivia Cochran.
3 games tomorrow night on ACC Network and an ESPN2 doubleheader starting at 6:30 with Maryland at Notre Dame and then NC State at Iowa. These two leagues have combined 10 teams in the top 25 this week.
Checking in for the Cardinals, number 15.
Yeah, this is going to be a good night. Tomorrow night's going to be a great night. We'll be up at Notre Dame for the Maryland game. And then we'll have to find a nice spot to watch the
they got
Iowa.
some good ones up there.
Yeah, there's a couple good spots in South Bend.
I think it's blood on the arm of Harris.
You don't think Muffet McGraw has like a big theater in her home that she watches games with?
Probably got a big screen, right?
Popcorn.
Oh, don't get me started with the popcorn now. Russell.
You know, if Muffet is not home, she can just tell us what the code is. We'll be fine with making ourselves at home.
Good night right now for her former assistant, Kevin McGuff. And her other former assistant, Neil Ivey, of course, now in charge of the Irish. How cool has it been to watch her son, Jaden, in his rookie season in the NBA?
Whew. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, I think Louisville is going to learn a lot about what didn't go well for them in the second half. All fixable things, taking care of the ball, looking to attack pressure, executing a little bit better on the quarter court offensively.
They are staring at a 21-point deficit. They haven't lost by 20 at home since 2014 against Connecticut.
Good take.
I mean, it's a 30-point swing tonight. That's what Ohio State has been able to do.
That's how quickly they can strike with this offense.
And they will be the streak busters. This will end Louisville's 21-game home court winning streak, and it will end their 40-game non-conference home court win streak. Mike Sell looking for an exclamation. The Ohio State Buckeyes will stay unbeaten. They'll improve to 7-0 for the fourth-ranked team in the land. Louisville will drop to 5-3. 4 players in double figures. Sheldon and Mikulashikova and Meixel all 20-plus tonight. 96-77 final. The Buckeyes over the Cardinals. For Debbie Antonelli and our entire crew, I'm Beth Mowens. Thanks so much for joining us. Big Ten grabs the advantage in the challenge as we send you to all